Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So this is going to be a video talking about, my main problem that I need to address about Luigi's Mansion 3, because I am very excited about Luigi's Mansion 3. Personally, I cannot wait for this game to come out. It is exciting me on so many different levels. Portrait ghosts are back, it's going to be one big game rather than, it all segments into the missions, It's going to be this grand adventure, exploring this giant tower, and I am very excited. It seems to be going back to its roots while also implementing what made Dark Moon good as well. But there's still one main complaint I have about it that everyone's talking about. This isn't just a me complaint. This is a complaint across the whole entire Luigi's Mansion community. This is something that's a very big glaring problem that Next Level Games just seems to not be addressing, and I don't know why. And that problem is the brightness of the game. This game is way too bright, and this video is going to be a bit of a different video. This video is going to be probably a decently long video, to be honest, breaking down, how many people really want this game to be darker, and really just why is Next Level Games not doing this. I have screenshots where I lowered the brightness. I have, video clips from other YouTubers, which I will credit, saying that this game should be darker. All that stuff. So make sure to stay tuned for this long overdue video talking about the one glaring problem of Luigi's Mansion 3 being the brightness.
ZakPak, he's always there for you. ZakPak, only on YouTube. ZakPak, what will he do next? ZakPak, let's find out, 'cause it's on with the show.
So firstly, I want to start off by showing a sizzle reel of YouTubers, including myself, saying that this game is too bright, or that they just want the game to be as dark as the original. Not dark in terms of, gory and creepy and scary, but dark in terms of literal darkness. The rooms are way too bright, and here are all the YouTubers who think that. And here are the clips.
So I think this one we might be able to agree on. The lighting is much too bright in this game to properly capture the correct atmosphere. I've seen a lot of people comment on how this game is too bright. It almost pains me to see this because if only they turned down the lights, they could drastically increase the personality of this world. And given the fact that the textures are kind of flat and they sort of lack detail in this game, making the rooms darker would help hide that fact. It's not even just a problem from a visual or atmospheric standpoint. The brighter rooms are a problem from a gameplay perspective as well. It's kind of shocking to me because it's like Next Level Games just assumes that Luigi has a flashlight in the first game because it looked cute and it was funny to see Luigi cowering behind it. But no, that's obviously not why he has a flashlight. On the GameCube, the flashlight served a genuine purpose. The rooms are so dark that you can't make out everything in the room, so you have to turn on your flashlight and walk around with it to investigate things. It's a great feeling to walk around these creepy, dark rooms and then illuminate them with your flashlight. This is a crucial part of Luigi's Mansion, yet it's never been recaptured in one of the Next Level Games titles. In Luigi's Mansion 3, I've not seen a single room that even comes close to needing your flashlight. You can see everything in the room without it. Now, I know some of the rooms are brighter because that's how the game tells the player there are no ghosts present. Even in the rooms where there are ghosts, it's too bright. I don't know if it's possible, but if Next Level Games can adjust their lighting and darken the rooms before the game launches, I think that could drastically improve the game.
Yeah, turn out the lights. I mean, think about it this way. Luigi has a flashlight. I was playing through the first Luigi's Mansion just the other day, and I realized how much of an impact your flashlight has in the rooms. You need to use it in order to look at stuff and get a better view of things in a lot of the rooms because it's a dark game. Because when I say dark, I don't just mean in terms of tone, but also literally the lighting. In Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, the flashlight is basically there just for his costume because you can see all the rooms without it. It's a very small note, but think about that sort of thing when you're considering this. The flashlight should have purpose because the rooms should be dark because it should be an abandoned, creepy mansion. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the artistic style.
as you can see, there's quite a few YouTubers who agree with me that this game is way too bright. There are lots of scenes that, you know, I'll give them credit for the E3 trailer where there were some darker rooms that were legitimately kind of spooky, kind of dark, kind of cool. You know, I like some of the rooms that they offered. But then there were other rooms, particularly rooms that had ghosts in them, that were way too bright, that had way too much brightness in them. That's the one thing that I don't understand with this, right? Especially because this game is coming out on Halloween, October 31st. This game is coming out on Halloween. But I feel like this game doesn't try to be spooky. It doesn't really try to have any kind of atmosphere. It kind of tries to go for a more comedic approach, you know. And I feel like, you know, the comedic approach, it would work, but it has to be dark to kind of supplement it. Because comedy could kind of really emphasize creepiness at some points. I'm going to take the movie It, for example. It from 2017. It's a horror movie, through and through, horror movie, scary, creepy, but Pennywise, as a villain, is relatively comedic. He's relatively funny. Some of his actions, his movements, you know, his lines, a lot of what Pennywise says can be seen as humor. But, in the context of the movie, and the fact that the kids in the movie are legitimately scared of him, it makes his comedicness, his comedic value, creepy. It adds to the atmosphere, and the comedic value that Pennywise brings to it makes the movie more creepy, if that makes sense. So really, you know, having comedic value in the game is a good thing. You know, the ghosts should have a little bit of humor, you know, maybe not as goofy as they were in Dark Moon, but they should have a little bit of goofiness to them, a little bit of whoa-ness to them. You know, I said that they shouldn't in the past, but what I think I'm starting to realize is it's not the goofiness of the ghosts that's, you know, drawing me away from Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3, it's that the games aren't dark, so the goofiness doesn't add to anything. It's just goofy. If the game was dark and had a little bit of goofy ghosts, it might feel a little more creepy. But given that the game is bright and the rooms are pretty lit up, you know, the ghosts are just having fun, throwing things around, it really doesn't feel creepy at all. And the comedic value just makes it more humorous rather than creepy humorous. So if you guys remember, a little while ago now, I actually made a video where I took screenshots from the original Luigi's Mansion trailer, and I altered them slightly to make them darker, to show how much darkness could really add to the game. And this trailer has some great screenshots for that as well, as I have a total of 16 screenshots that I took from both the E3 trailer and the E3 Treehouse event that encompass why this game should be darker overall. Now, this could simply be sorted out by having a brightness slider, you know, by being able to turn the brightness down in the game, you know. But I also think that just having it default to having rooms be dark, you know, when ghosts are inhabiting them, or just in general, I think it would lean into an atmosphere more. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to show you guys the screenshots, and I might talk over some of them. So yeah, so I hope that you guys like those screenshots, because it really shows that lighting can do an immense amount. Now, granted, when I did the screenshots, it probably lowered the quality of it when I lowered the lighting, but that's just how photo editing kind of works. That's how it works. So, if Next Level Games went in and they lowered the lighting and they made the changes they need to change, it could look great, you know? And I get the fact that they want to show off how great the game will look, you know, in terms of, you know, the textures and the graphics, you know, the textures on Luigi, and, you know, making it darker might hide some of those things. But having it dark also leans into, like I said, the kind of game that Luigi's Mansion is. It's a horror game. Like, look at the Luigi picture I got signed by Charles Martinet. Luigi's screaming. He's scared. He's legitimately scared. You know, like, the ghosts, they don't do much in terms of scariness. So that's why, when I was talking about earlier with the whole, Pennywise thing, you know, Pennywise probably wouldn't be scary if he was in a happy, fun setting. You know, if it was all lit up, if everything was bright and colorful and happy and cheery, you know, it wouldn't lean into that. So having, you know, the dark atmosphere and the dark tone really does lean into Pennywise's thing. So that's where this comes in. And I know I've kind of rinsed and repeated a lot, but it's a point that I really want to drive, that the game, you can have the comedic elements that this game offers, but it won't blend well with the type of game you're trying to create if your game is bright. That's all I'm trying to say, and that's the point I'm really trying to drive home, because I don't know if Next Level Games just doesn't get it, or if it's just something that they're trying to ignore, if it's something they don't want to implement into their game. I don't know what it is, but it's what made Luigi's Mansion great in the first place. People don't look back at the original Luigi's Mansion and say, oh, those common ghosts, they were the best ghosts ever, they were the best enemies ever. No, people look back at Luigi's Mansion and remember how different it was from a traditional Mario game because of its darker atmosphere, and how unique the portrait ghosts were that added some variety in the bosses in the game. You know, and it made the mansion feel inhabited. Those are the things that made people remember the first Luigi's Mansion. And not having, you know, at least the first part of that, the atmosphere, in Luigi's Mansion 3, yes, you got the portrait ghost back, which I'm very happy about. It'll at least make me like the game, but there's something about that atmosphere that you also do need. You need that atmosphere to supplement, you know, the mansion, because the whole point of the game, it even says it in the trailer, is that it's a creepy mansion, you know, it's a creepy hotel, you know, it goes haunted, you know, something goes wrong, you know, it gets haunted, but with all the lights on and all the goofy ghosts, it doesn't feel that way. If you want to drive this point across that Luigi is legitimately scared in this haunted tower, at least make the mansion darker. You know, at least make the tower hotel darker, creepy, make the ghosts actually scary. Do something like that. But, like I said, the point I'm trying to drive home is Next Level Games, this is directly to you now. Lower the brightness of the game. That's literally, everything else doesn't matter at this point. You've proven that the rest of the game is good. You know, I've seen that. I've even played Luigi's Mansion 3. I get it. You know, I like what you're doing. But just lower the brightness, and this game is set. Man, I'm excited for this game. I really, really am. I'm really excited for this game because they fixed the problems in Luigi's Mansion 2. It's on a home console. It's in HD. It looks great. It looks great. You know, I'm excited. But just lower the brightness. That's literally the only thing you have to do at this point. Just lower the brightness. All you have to do. I'm 100% into this game. Just lower the brightness. All you have to do. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you think so far about Luigi's Mansion 3. Do you agree that Do you agree that the lighting should be reduced? Do you think the room should be darker? Do you think, you know, there should be more atmosphere? Let me know down in the comments down below, guys. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.